Brothers and sisters in humanity, back to Algeria. That's a very nice view. The sea is crazy at the moment, so can't swim. But that's one thing I want to talk about is praying again. Alright, because I'm just giving you what I think praying does to a person. Basically, you know where I am now in the Sunni country and all that. Most of these people, I used to pray a lot as well. But what I've noticed is people think by just praying, they actually done what needs to be done. That's why when you notice, people pray, and then when you finish praying, they do silly things. And if you notice the way the praying is done, in a way, right, it is funny. Why? Because you start praying by saying Allahu Akbar, yeah? And then when you finish praying, you say Assalamu alaikum, Assalamu alaikum, and then you get up and then back to normal again. Why I think it's funny? Because you say praying is to do with connection, right? But at the same time, you disconnect. It's like making a phone call, really. By saying Allahu Akbar, that's when you press the green button. And then when you say Assalamu alaikum, Assalamu alaikum, that's when you disconnect, right? I think most Sunnis and all that, most people that do praying, they actually disconnect at the end of praying. Disconnect from God. And Salat is to keep connected 24 hours. You do not disconnect. You only disconnect when you fall asleep. That's about it, really. Assalamu alaikum. La bas khoya. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, you disconnect. By saying Assalamu alaikum, you actually disconnected. That's why people pray, and then after disconnecting from prayer, you see them lying, cheating, stealing, as they're not connected to God anymore. That's why Salat can never be praying. Do you know what I mean? That's why Salat cannot be praying, because you can't disconnect by saying a couple of words, and then you leave the mosque or you leave your praying mat, and then that's it. You switch off. That's why the word Salat, brothers and sisters, is to stay connected to God. And stay connected with God by doing what? By staying on the straight path. By being kind to God's creation. By being kind to God's nature. That's the word Salat. Apart from that, praying has nothing to do with what the word Salat means. That's all I got to say, brothers and sisters. Short video. I thought I'd share with you this view. And peace out.